The next dish that we're gonna cook is called a Dirty Burg. It is a staple dish from Rochester, New York. They call them garbage plates back at home. It's essentially late night drunk food. Between the Dirty Burg and the Dirty Dog, these are our two Rochester dishes that we just kind of what inspired everything for the Rochester side of our menu. Dirty Buffalo Gold Standard has 7 items on it. Number 1, proper portion control of each ingredient. Number 2, heated to proper temp. Number 3, meets our color standard. Number 4 is seasoned properly. Number 5 is sauced properly and coated. Number 6 is not to overcook anything. And number 7 is to be presented properly on a plate. First and foremost, because the burger takes the longest, we're going to put the burger on the flat top first. The flat top is set at 350 degrees. So we're going to place it on there. One side is going to cook for 5 minutes. Then we're going to flip, and it's going to go for about 4 minutes. Burger seasoning, we get half a tablespoon that goes on top first, and then we're going to cover it up and let that go. We'll readdress it, but I got to wash my hands because I touched raw meat. So to speed up the process and to help with the moisture on the burger, because the temperature being at 350 degrees, covered, it could dry the burger out a little bit, so we hit it with water. So we're going to flip this up and just steam around the outside. You smell that? I do. After 5 minutes, we're going to flip the burger. We also have our home fries that we still need to get. So we have 8 ounces of home fries for that as well. And roughly when we get to the point where we're going to flip the burger is when I'm going to drop the home fries. So we could, in theory, do the same thing as we did for the Dirty Chick, and for every plate is just have every step happen one after the other. So you're not waiting on a product. So you're not having the home fries sit for X amount of time while everything else cooks, because then the home fries are getting cold and they're not crispy, or the burger is sitting and it's getting dried out, or any detail that goes into it. It's so important to pay attention to that clock. Another thing I forgot to mention is that each Dirty plate, minus the Dirty Chick, gets a slice of Texas toast. And so when we're done plating it, you'll see we'll put the bread on the side, and it's untoasted, but we'll put it on the side so it almost looks, in theory, like an open-faced sandwich. All right, so now we're gonna flip the burger. And we're gonna add more big-time seasoning to it. I guess we'll call it that, burger seasoning. So it's another half a tablespoon on that. And we're gonna do the same exact thing, but this time it's only gonna be down for another 4 minutes. So that means that we need our home fries down. And those are gonna go for 4 minutes. Again, so they're crispy, golden brown, seasoned with salt. So now our home fries are done. You can see that we're going to shake off the excess grease, but you're going to see the color on that as well. You know, the light golden brown, and you're going to hear it, you know, a nice clink when it goes into the plate, into the bowl. You're going to take your salt, season that, and just toss them around, and then we're going to go over here and we're going to plate it on the center of the plate. Again, 8 ounces, perfect portion, full coverage. And then we're going to take 6 ounces of the macaroni salad, and that goes right on top, right dead center. And then you just kind of spread it around so it has good coverage. The burger that's cooked to well done is going to go right directly on top of that as well. So the dirty sauce we're going to mix every single time we use, so it blends in all the grease, and it's going to be 6 ounces. That's going to go, a 6-ounce ladle is going to be the perfect amount for this plate. And you're just going to start right on one end and just go right down the middle. You don't want to get the bread. As a customer, I don't want my bread to have anything on it just yet. I want to be the one that gets the grease on it or the ingredients. So you want essentially clean bread before, so there's no grease spots and things like that. It just doesn't look good. I know it's called a dirty plate, but that doesn't mean that there's not an art to what we do. You know, we got to make sure that the plate in itself is clean, you know, so be careful and mindful when you're painting the chicken tenders or putting the dirty sauce on something and how you lay certain things, because that just looks better for a picture every single time as opposed to something that's just so overly sloppy. If you overdo it with the dirty sauce, if you put too much on it, if you put too much macaroni salad on it, or home fries, it's going to make it so much harder to cut through and eat without making a mess everywhere else. So there's a reason why 8 ounces is the correct amount, not 8.5, not 9 ounces. There's a reason why the temperature is so imperative for everything that we do as well. The thing about the Dirty Burg that I think people enjoy the most is the fact that the macaroni salad is cold and everything else is hot. So it really plays with your palate in a way to where a hot ingredient and a cold ingredient of those natures shouldn't go together. They just shouldn't work. But the sharp cheddar cheese, the pasta, the macaroni salad with the mayo, all those ingredients work so well. So if you picture eating a burger, you have all those cold ingredients on itself. We're just plating it differently. So it's essentially you're eating a burger just plated differently, because the home fries could be treated as a burger bun, you know. So it's a twist on a sloppy Joe or a dirty Joe.